What's up guys, it's Ohio, and this morning I was on YouTube and I saw a lot of content creators making videos about the new stuff coming to Call of Duty World War II in the form of supply drops. There's new supply drops, new weapons, new weapon variants, and things like that. This is leaked information. It's not really supposed to be known, but someone went into the PC files and found things out that they weren't really supposed to, just like they did in Modern Warfare Remastered. We'll talk about that more at the end of the video. But I saw these and it made me want to look into it a little bit more. So I went on Charlie Intel and they had a newer article that was actually way more interesting to me. And it is an article about the changes that are coming soon to FLINCH and the way FLINCH works in the game. And this was a pretty big deal to me because I play a lot of this game and sometimes it feels like the fights are decided by just a random roll of the dice. If you don't have primed and the other player doesn't have primed, or he has rapid fire and you don't have rapid fire, the flinch just seems random. You'll just be shooting at a guy first, he'll shoot at you, and then he'll knock your sight off to the right or way up in the air. And I don't really know what determines how hard the flinch is or what direction the flinch goes. It's not really something you can play for. You can't really compensate for that because it's never really the same. You know, when you lose too many gunfights that you feel like you should be winning, you shoot first and you die, it makes you want to run primed, and then that kind of limits your play style. And when you run primed, it's supposed to help with the flinch, but I feel like the severity of the flinch and the randomness should be out of the game completely. It should be based way more in skill and not randomness. It kind of throws me off when they put all these basic trainings in the game and all these changes to divisions to try to limit what things you can use together, but then at the same time they put lots of flinch in the game and then put a perk that fixes that. It just makes you want to run that and nothing else. So it kind of hurts the variation that you could have in the game. But the article says, I'll put a link to it in the description so you guys can see it yourselves. It says many users have been expressing their complaints about the flinch in COD World War II. Some players are stating that the primed training perk is required at all times to ensure they're not at a disadvantage. And Condry responded on Twitter with this tweet. It says, "Global changes to flinch are coming. We are play testing to ensure balance across all weapon divisions/divisions." So it looks like they are testing a patch right now to change flinch. Hopefully this will come soon because I feel like I need this. And then he tweeted right after that, "We are also looking at global flinch values to ensure they match gold standard (parentheses Black Ops 2 toughness." So it looks like to me when I read it that they want the flinch values to match on World War II what they were on Black Ops 2 while running a flinch perk. So maybe the flinch will be way less, it sounds like. That leads me to my next thought. What's going to happen to the primed basic training? Is that going to just further help flinch, or are they going to take that and change that perk and rebalance it? We're going to have to wait to find out. Moving on to the new content that's coming in supply drops. There are 16 new items, and then there's 3 new supply drops. The Legendary supply drop, Epic, and Weapon supply drops. These 16 items include rifles, submachine guns, pistols, snipers, and melee weapons. Now, I don't know if they're going to drop all 16 at once, but I assume they're not, because there's a separate article that shows more completed pictures for some items and their variants and less for others. So I assume there's going to be a batch, maybe 5, 6, 7 of them, and then the second batch will drop later. But I'll put them up on screen. They include the Guer 43, the Type 5, the third one, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, the Beretta 38, the Stein, the Brenda 30, the M1919, the MG81, the Oriska, the Winchester 94 lever action, the Enfield number 2, the Walther P38, the Reichs revolver, the ice pick, the combat knife, and the trench knife. As I said, some of these already have weapon variants. I'm excited the most for the Beretta 38, the Stein, and the Ariska. The Ariska was one of my favorite snipers in World at War. It was a pretty odd weapon, and the variants look really awesome for that. Like I said before, I'll leave a link in the description for the article that actually shows the weapons because I can't show it on the screen right now. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm just really excited to see a change for the flinch mechanic in this game, and I'm happy to see that they are addressing it and they are trying to fix it and change it. The only thing left that I think I'm complaining about now that I want them to change is how there's no one in the headquarters. It's supposed to be a social space and you just never see anybody. So hopefully they fix that. And hopefully the other thing that I want them to fix is when you're playing with friends and in between matches, whoever's not hosting cannot mess with their classes or pretty much do anything. That's been a problem with me and my friends for the past week. Hopefully they can address that as well. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Come back for more Call of Duty World War II, and I'll see you in my next video.